He looks like he owns credit. Oh my gosh. Man like Arthur from Batman.
Namaste, dzień dobry, assalamu alaikum, ciao, konnichiwa, bonjour, hola, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Ken at 10, where we talk all about the property market here in Norbury, SW16, which is between Streatham to the north, Croydon to the south, here in southwest London. Hope you're well today. Today in Norbury, I am very delighted to report that the weather is absolutely stonkingly beautiful. The sun is shining, the glint off the cars is streaming through the windows here, and we've got the blinds down to just try and cope. We've got our banners up thanks to the Gorilla Knitters of Norbury. Thank you, ladies. They've made some beautiful banners which we've put in our shop, and I will take a picture and share on social media for you. But yeah, the Gorilla Knitters, yeah, we love them. Thank you for that. And they're all nice and corporate and ready, corporate, regal, I should say, ready for the coronation. Are you excited? Not long now. Nice to have another bank holiday as well, isn't it? Let's be honest. So apart from that, just property news for you. House prices rose by 0.5% in April. It's reported in the Financial Times. And it says that after 7 months of decline, the increase took the average price of a home to 260,441 last month, up from 257 in March, but still 4% below the August peak compared with April last year. Prices were down 2.7% and a 3.1% annual decline in March. It's confusing, isn't it? Because they're up, down, and sideways. The truth is they're around about a plateau. You know, they are where they are. We don't suspect that it's going to be vastly different within the short term. We're looking at spring now. It's a very popular time. If you're thinking of looking for a house, I think rather than thinking about short term, small fluctuations up or down in price, you should be thinking, is this the right time for me and my family to move? Because actually, if it goes up or down 1%, 2%, 5%, you're not buying it to sell tomorrow. This is not a trade. It's not a stock market purchase that you're going to sell tomorrow. Property is the long game. Never forget that. It's not the short game. You buy, you live in, you enjoy, and you build up equity over time. Of course, unless you're renting it out, in which case the market is absolutely crazy out there. It's unbelievable. Too few landlords and too little supply of property, and it's awful for tenants out there, I must say. But for landlords, literally, there are so many tenants that the rents, I've literally never experienced anything like it. So that's good to see that the actual sales market is strong as well. And first-time buyers are preferring smaller properties. Well, there's no surprise here, but it's still an interesting stat that first-time buyers are looking at smaller properties. Why? Well, because mortgage rates have gone up so much over the past few months that actually their affordability, first-time buyers that is, has gone down. And that's good news because we have had an oversupply for some time now of flats due to the fact that many buy-to-let landlords have been selling up due to the rising interest rates. So one will hopefully help the other in that more supply, helpful for first-time buyers taking up that slack, helpful for buy-to-let investors selling out the market. It's interesting to see, and this is a report from Zoopla. It says first-time buyers are favouring smaller properties as they adjust their expectations in the light of higher mortgage rates and look to get away from rapidly increasing rents. So of course, that's the flip side of it as well. You know, they're paying massive rents and resenting it, because you do, don't you? Well, I would. If I was paying a large rent and thinking I could buy for a similar price. And there is something coming on that. I believe the Nationwide are looking at a product which will allow tenants to demonstrate their proof of ability to pay so that they can buy with a zero deposit, going back up to 100% mortgages. And I actually think that whilst it sounds crazy on the one hand, it really isn't, because we've got some fantastic tenants. We've got hundreds of tenants here at JA, and, you know, they've become our friends over the years because, you know, we deal with them all the time. And they're lovely people, and they would love to get on the housing ladder quite often. We sold to one recently, and there was nothing more delightful than losing them as a tenant and seeing them get their keys and, you know, actually get their own home and buy their own security. So that's what it all comes down to. If you're a tenant, you have this terrible position where your landlord can serve notice anytime. And you can talk about the Renters Reform Act and things like that all you like, but the bottom line is a landlord can still choose to sell at any time. And that gives your family insecurity, and it's not great. So from that point of view, it would be great if there was a product out there which would allow people that perhaps can't quite get that deposit. Because how do you get a deposit? When rents have gone up by massive amounts as they have, how on earth are you meant to save for a deposit? You've got huge utility bills, huge rents, and then you're trying to afford a deposit as well. So for many, it's a stretch too far. And it's good news that Nationwide are looking at this. So I said for some time, I've got some fantastic tenants that are paying sky-high rents. And on the other hand, they could use that money to make a mortgage payment of a similar amount. And their records have been impeccable over many years. And if we could just show that information over to the lenders, I'm hoping that sometime soon they'll be able to buy properties, which would be great to see. Apart from that, house builder shares have just jumped, and they should jump because, of course, the property market is starting to recover, and therefore there's a little bit more confidence around that. And pensioners ordered to pay £10,000 and demolish an illegal home. Well, Peter Dick erected a house in 2010 in Bournemouth, and it was on a protected special conservation site. I mean, what did he expect? Serves him right. I mean, these people have got to realise you can't just do what you want. That's what I say. And the government faces backlash over new eco requirements for landlords. And this is an article in the Daily Mail. It says that the demands that landlords upgrade their homes now to a certificate rating of C before they can be let out is causing pressure for the government. The policy is expected to affect 13% of homes in the UK. There's 14.6 million properties which are currently E, F, G, or A. I don't know why it says no, E, F, or G, I should say. If they were A, they'd be absolutely fine. In fact, I've never seen an A. They're usually a B or below. C is good. And that's what they're saying you're going to get to. Energy assessors are saying the move is unrealistic and costs landlords and tenants alike will be forced to pay higher rents and relocate during the upgrading processes. According to a survey by the Mortgage Advice Bureau, 2 in 3 landlords could be forced to sell their properties in the next 5 years as they fear they will be unable to meet these requirements. And of course, for multiple landlords, the problem multiplies by the number of properties they have. You've got 10 buy-to-lets and the government insists you spend 10 grand on each. That's 100,000 you probably haven't got. So it really is a problem. Luckily, they've kicked it into the long grass with the December 2028 looking to be the insistence. But my belief is they're going to water this down. How they're going to water it down remains to be seen. But I think what we'll see happening is the way that they assess the energy performance certificate will change because there are some anomalies in it which don't really make sense. I certainly hope they do that, but it remains to be seen. Apart from that, I hope you have a fantastic day and enjoy the sunshine today. Quite a busy day today. Got a few meetings coming, bits and pieces. But I hope you have a fantastic day. Look after your family and friends. We'll be back same time, same place tomorrow. Until then, ciao.